Okay, class, so right now I'd like for you to take notes. Whenever you see this, it means that you need to take notes. And I'm going to show you the format that I want you to take the notes. So this is just vocabulary words, but we're going to have you guys do a little thinking about vocabulary words before I give you the definition. So this is the way I want you to set up your papers. We're going to have a bunch of vocabulary words. One is function. And we're gonna put this into two parts. So the first part is I want you guys to write the hypothesis. So you'll write the hypothesis. And the hypothesis, if you remember from science, I don't know, you guys have heard this word, science fair, just an educated guess. What do you think function is? You've heard the word before. If not, like, try to piece it together with what you know and relate it to math. And then I'm going to give you the actual definition in a minute here, and then put that underneath the hypothesis. So you're going to put the definition from the slides. So we're going to have function. We're also going to have domain as a word. And again, you're going to write the hypothesis first, what you think the word domain means, and then the definition from the slides. I'm going to be checking this in your notebooks, in your interactive portfolio. And I'd like for you to do it for range, as well as set, and relation. The last one, element. Okay, let's go through this. Before we get started and you guys actually write your definition down, why don't you hit pause right now and go ahead and fill out your hypothesis. So hit pause, fill it out, and then come right back. Okay, so now you're back. And let's look at the actual definition. So a function. What is a function? It says a function is a relationship that assigns exactly one output value to each input value. So we have exactly one output to one input. And we're going to define these output and inputs as dependent variables and independent variables. So the input is going to be the independent variable, the output is a dependent variable. And our domain. The domain is the numbers that are the input of a function. So, like I said, the input is the independent variable. The way you can remember that is look at both of these have n in it. So input is the independent variable. So the independent variable is independent. It can be anything. You can choose anything for the independent variable. The dependent variable depends on the independent variable. Now it gets a little wordy, but it makes sense if you just take a moment to think about it. We're going to be doing lots of examples of this, so if you don't understand this right now, it's okay, because we're going to be coming back to it over and over again. So that's domain. Now range. Range is the numbers that are the output of a function. It's the dependent variables. It's the product, what you get out of the function. And that's the dependent variable. Okay, the next thing that we're looking at is set. What is a set? Well, it's a pretty simple definition. A set can be thought of as a group of stuff. Of course, we're in a math class, so our set is going to be numbers. Oops, not crossing that out, I'm underlining it. But sets could be anything. They could be just a bunch of images. They can be a set of animals, cars, toothpaste, whatever you want to make a set out of. In our case, we have numbers for our math class. So we're going to have things like 3, 4, 1,000, 30, 1,037. And let's get rid of all these guys here. So this is our set. We can add a couple other numbers too. like 5 and 2.7. So this would be our set of numbers. Now if we look at relation, a relation is simply how one set is connected to another set. So if we have two sets, the relationship is how they're connected. And we're going to see that relationship and function go together, where a function is actually a special kind of relation. And we'll talk about that more. We have an element, last definition for this vocabulary list, and that's very simple. That's just a member of a set. So remember, if we come back here to this set, what we can call 5 here, 5 is an element of this set. 3 is an element of the set. We'll disconnect those. And 4 is an element of the set. These are all elements of the set. Okay, so you guys should have this in your interactive notebook. I'm going to be coming around and checking that you have your hypothesis and the actual definition.